Imagine two people living on the exact same street. The first person earns nearly $100,000 a year, luxury couch, massive TV, closets overflowing with clothes, newest phone, car payment, subscription after subscription. From the outside, they look successful. But behind the scenes, they're two missed paychecks away from panic. Now imagine another person. They earn almost half as much. Their apartment is simple, intentional, calm. They don't own much, but everything they own serves a purpose. And while the first person looks rich, the second person has investments, savings, peace of mind, and the ability to survive for more than a year without income. The difference isn't income, it's psychology. Because most people don't realize this, every object you own quietly charges you rent. And over time, your possessions begin owning you. This is the hidden ownership tax, and these are the 10 rules that can help you escape it. Rule 1. Everything has two prices. Most people think buying something ends at the checkout counter, but that's only the first payment. Every object comes with a second hidden price: maintenance, storage, mental energy, stress, opportunity cost. A treadmill doesn't just cost money. It occupies physical space in your home and mental space in your life. That expensive car? It's not just the monthly payment, it's insurance, repairs, fuel, anxiety, depreciation. The problem is, most people only calculate the purchase price. Minimalists calculate the lifetime burden. Before buying anything, ask yourself, am I willing to pay for this emotionally and financially for years? Because ownership is rarely temporary. Rule 2. Cost per use changes everything. Poor people often buy cheap things repeatedly. Wealthy thinkers buy value. A cheap jacket worn twice is more expensive than a quality jacket worn 200 times. This completely changes how you think about spending. Suddenly, quality matters, intentionality matters, longevity matters. A good mattress suddenly feels inexpensive. A useless gadget suddenly feels ridiculous. Minimalism is not about buying the cheapest option. It's about maximizing value while minimizing waste. Rule 3. The replacement test. Walk through your house mentally. Now ask yourself, if this disappeared tomorrow, would I actually spend money replacing it? That question exposes the truth immediately. Because many people live surrounded by ghost possessions, things they no longer use, no longer enjoy, and barely notice anymore. Yet these objects still consume space, attention, money, energy. Minimalists understand something powerful. Clutter is not neutral. Clutter quietly drains your focus, and sometimes your environment reflects your mental state more than you realize. Rule 4. Boredom destroys wealth. Most purchases are not made out of necessity. They're made out of emotional restlessness. People replace perfectly functional phones, cars, furniture, clothes, not because they failed, but because novelty feels exciting. Modern society trains people to confuse new with better. But boredom is not a financial emergency, and constantly upgrading your lifestyle creates invisible financial leaks that quietly destroy wealth over decades. The people who build wealth the fastest are often the people who resist unnecessary upgrades the longest. Rule 5. Make bad decisions harder. Most people rely on willpower. That's a mistake, because discipline disappears when you're stressed, emotional, tired, lonely, overwhelmed. Instead of depending on motivation, design systems, delete shopping apps, remove saved cards, create waiting periods before purchases. Even a simple 24-hour pause can stop most impulse spending. At the same time, make saving automatic, because the easier good habits become, the more consistent your future becomes. Rule 6. Count what you own. Most people dramatically underestimate how much they consume. That's why counting becomes powerful. Count your shoes, your jackets, your subscriptions, your kitchen gadgets. Suddenly, the illusion disappears. Buying the 48th shirt feels different when you realize you already own 47. Awareness creates friction, and friction prevents mindless consumption. Rule 7. Rent the dream first. Many people become museums of abandoned identities. The photography phase, the gym phase, the music phase, the camping phase. Thousands of dollars spent for hobbies that lasted 3 weeks. Minimalists test interests before committing to ownership. They rent, borrow, experiment. Because owning something permanently before proving long-term interest is financially dangerous. Rule 8. Every purchase creates a lifestyle. This is where many people destroy their finances, because major purchases rarely arrive alone. A luxury car creates higher insurance, expensive maintenance, premium fuel pressure to maintain an image. A boat creates storage costs, maintenance, trailers, repairs, insurance. A bigger house creates bigger bills, more furniture, more maintenance, more stress. Every purchase creates an ecosystem, and many people accidentally buy lifestyles they cannot emotionally or financially sustain. Rule 9. Define enough. This may be the most important rule of all, because many people never define what enough actually means, so no matter how much they earn, it never feels sufficient. The house gets bigger, the car gets newer, the standards keep moving. This is called the hedonic treadmill. The finish line keeps running away. But financially free people often decide how much space they truly need, what kind of lifestyle genuinely satisfies them, what actually matters. And once enough is defined, everything extra becomes freedom instead of pressure. Rule 10. Prioritize freedom over possessions. Most people think wealth means owning more things, but real wealth is flexibility. Can you leave a toxic job, survive an emergency, take time off, move if needed, breathe without financial panic? That's real wealth. Every dollar tied up in unnecessary possessions reduces your freedom, and every intentional financial decision increases your options. Because true wealth is not about impressing strangers. It's about reclaiming control over your life. Minimalism is not deprivation, it's clarity. When you own less, your mind becomes quieter. When your expenses shrink, your freedom grows, and something strange begins happening. The more financially secure you become, the less you feel the need to prove anything to anyone. Because confidence no longer comes from possessions. It comes from stability, from optionality, from peace, from control. And eventually, you stop using money to look wealthy and start using money to become free. What's one possession you regret buying? Subscribe for more wealth psychology and financial freedom documentaries.